Morning, everyone, and welcome to yet another session of our online teaching and learning. I'm sure you all must be enjoying all these sessions in the same way as we teachers are enjoying teaching your kids. Now, as every time we are going to begin the lesson, we'll begin the day with meditation because meditation is very important for your mental as well as your physical health. So we'll begin our lesson with meditation. I want everyone to close your eyes. Yes. Hands on your knee. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And concentrate on your breathing. Now slowly open your eyes. Rub your palm. Place it on your eyes. Rub it on your face, neck, shoulder, and back on your legs. Now you all have become really very good kids and you all do meditation really very well. Right? Now, let us begin with today. Now, today what we are going to do? We will begin today's session with a little interaction, a little question and answers. Very simple questions I'm going to ask, and I know this is not very difficult for you. Yes. Now, if the teacher has given you some homework to do, and by some reason you are unable to finish that homework, and the teacher asks you, "Why have you not finished your homework?" Then you have got a very nice explanation for it. You will say that my mama had gone out, she was busy, and she was not able to sit with me, or my notebook was over, mama did not bring my notebook for me, or my pencil was lost, or I was not well, and so many more things. Now, if suppose mama asks you the same thing, that why have you not finished your homework? Then you have got a different explanation for it. You will say, Mama, teacher had given that homework, no? When I was sitting to do that homework, immediately my stomach started paining. And then I was not feeling well. And I had to lie down on the bed. And that is why I could not finish my homework. So, whatever we are telling, the explanation we are giving to them is nothing but we are framing our own stories. This is not a reality. We know that mama is always ready, papa is always ready to sit with you when they have time for homework. All the parents are ready and willing to give time. But yes, you have to give an explanation, right? Now, these are the small, small stories which when you grow up, you are going to remember that it is going to bring a smile on your face. So these small stories, they are just small excuses which we make so that we don't get a shouting either from our parents or from our teacher. But today, I'm going to teach you something more about story. Now, story, when I say, as today's lesson is story making, when we think of the word story, what comes to our mind? Yes, we all are excited because we all love to listen to stories. Because listening to stories is always fun. But today, by the end of the class, you all will not only learn to listen the story patiently and properly, but also you will learn to frame your own stories, right? So, for that, you all need to be very good kids, like you always are, right? So now everyone ready for a story? I know. Good morning. Good morning. I know you all are ready for a story. Now for that, you need to check your two things properly to listen to a story. Your ears have to be well. You have to listen carefully, no? Yes, you have to listen carefully. And yes, your eyes. You have to see that whatever teacher shows you, you have to see it carefully. And no one is going to ask anything. You will not type anything in the chat box. I have said good morning to everyone. So that means it's good morning for all the students who are present here. There is no need to type again and again in the chat box, good morning teacher, because it's a good morning for all of us. Okay, so I want everyone to be away from your phone. Just fold your hands and listen carefully to the story. Now, you all have already done in EVS about the different types of animals. Now, when we say animals, there are different types of animals teacher has taught you about. There are wild animals, then there are domestic animals who are helpful for us. And the ones which are very close to us are the pet animals. These pet animals, we like them so much that we like to keep them with us in our house. We take such good care of them. We see that for us, everything is done by our parents, but we want to take care of our pets. We want to see that they have their food on time, that they have a bath on time, everything, because they are very close to us. Now, today I'm going to tell you a story about one such animal only, that is a cat. Now, this cat, this is not an ordinary cat. It is a magic cat. It has got special magic in it. Now, what magic this cat has, for that you have to listen and attentively pay attention. Now, and yes, in between the cat, she has got some, you can say, she says few words. Only then she can show her magic. So in the beginning, I'm going to say that word, but later on, as you all pick up those words, I want you all to repeat those words along with me. But yes, without unmuting yourself. You will repeat those words to bring that magic cat back. Everyone ready for this story? I know y'all are ever ready for a story. Now, once upon a time, there lived a cat. Now you can see this is a black colored cat, and this black colored cat was living in a jungle. You must be thinking, why a cat in a jungle? Yes, it had a house just near that forest. And it was very happy because it had many friends over there with whom she used to play. But she was not at all happy with her black color. And she wanted to change her color. Now you must be thinking, how can a cat change her color? But as I told you, she's a magic cat. And her name is Scat. The name of this cat is Scat, and she's a magic cat. So one day she felt that I am tired, I am bored being black in color. So why not change my color? And she immediately said those magic words. Yes, that chanting, that magic words, and she was able to change the color. Now let us see those magic words. She said, I am Scat the cat. I am sassy and fat. Sassy means very lively, very nice. Okay, so she said, I am Scat the cat, I am sassy and fat, and I can change my color just like that. And immediately it turned into a, wow, such a pretty pink colored cat. Have you ever seen such a beautiful pink colored cat? And she turned into a pink colored cat. So when she changed her color, she felt like having strawberry ice cream. Like us, even this cat was very much fond of ice cream. And her favorite was strawberry ice cream. So she went to the ice cream seller and told him that, can you please give me a strawberry ice cream? She was standing there, waiting for the ice cream seller to give her a strawberry ice cream. But finally, she was tired and she did not get an ice cream. Do you know why? The ice cream seller said that you are the same color like the strawberry ice cream. So I could not spot that you are a cat. The cats are not usually of pink color, na? So sorry, I forgot to give you the ice cream, and the entire strawberry ice cream got melted. And my poor cat, the cat, did not get the strawberry ice cream. sad, no? Yes. The cat was very unhappy and she decided, now because I have not got the strawberry ice cream, I do not want to be pink in color. Now I want to change my color. And again she said the same magic words. One more time I'm going to say so that you all remember well. And next time onwards, you all are going to say along with me. So the cat has to change her color. She says the magic words. I am Cat the cat. I am saucy and fat. And I can change my color just like that. And she changed her color and let us see what has she become. She has become blue in color. My God, such pretty blue colored cat. Have you seen? She became a very beautiful blue colored cat and she was very happy at herself. Now, because she did not get ice cream, she was feeling very hot. So she decided to go near a pond and have a walk over there so that she will feel a little cool over there. And she went for a walk near a pond. Now, as she went near the pond, immediately she slipped and she fell inside the water. And you know what? As she fell in the water, there were so many animals around. People were also there around. She was screaming, shouting, please help me. But no one could spot the cat inside the water. Because, why? Because they said that you're blue in color and we could not spot that you are there. And poor cat, she was so tired being in the water. And finally, Ronnie the turtle came. Yes, he had once been a friend to this cat. So Ronnie the turtle came and he saved our blue colored cat. He saved the life of blue colored cat and he removed her from the water. Now she was tired and she was so much scared because she was almost drowning in the water. Then she said that, see, I don't want to be blue in color. I don't like that color at all. Let me change my color. Now, all my kids have already learned the magic words. Correct. So now let us repeat those words along with me. Now, what will Scat say? I am Scat the cat. I am sassy and fat. And I can change my color just like that. And let's just see now what color she has got. Oh, wow, she has become green in color. Such a vibrant green colored cat. And it was very happy. And in happiness, she went to play with her friends. She said that now, because I've got such beautiful color, let me show this color to my friends. And she went to her friends and told them, she was calling out at them, listen, 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 I'm sassy, I'm scared, I want to play with you. And all her friends were busy playing. They all were busy playing in the garden. All her black cat friends were busy playing in the garden. And none of them listened to her. None of them could see her. You know why? Yes, because she was green in color, she was not seen in the grass at all. And all her friends who were playing there, they did not see her. And again, my dear cat, she became so sad that even though I have become green in color, I'm looking so pretty. None of my friends played with me. And poor cat, again she became sad. And because she was a magic cat, she had a way to change her color. So again, she said the same magic words. Now come on, everyone will repeat with me. I am Scat the cat. I am sassy and fat. And I can change my color just like that. Now let us see what color our cat has got now. And now this cat has become a white colored cat. Yes. Now she has become a white colored cat. Now, white color is very beautiful, but she had the same friends. Which friends? Yes, the black friends. So she went to the cats, to all her friends, and she started waiting for them. She stood near a white colored wall and she waited for them. After some time, after 1 hour, 2 hours, no one came near her. And then she went to them that I'm waiting here so that y'all will take me, y'all are going to play with me. But none of you noticed me and she became very sad. They said, oh, we are so sorry, Scat. You are white in color and you're standing near that white colored wall. So we could not see you. We could not notice you're standing there. We are so sorry. But now it is time for us to go home. So we cannot play with you. Bye, Scat. We will see and play with you on the next day. And all her friends went, and poor cat stood there crying near the white wall. And again she said that I don't want to be white in color. My friends did not notice me. And she again wanted to change her color. Now let us again change the color of our cat. Yes. Repeat after me. Okay, we'll say together. I'm Scat the cat. I'm saucy and fat. And I can change my color just like that. And now she has turned into a yellow colored cat. Now when she became this vibrant yellow, she thought, now I'm the best. Now I can go and play in the forest. And as she entered the forest, she met her cousin Leo. You know who was her cousin Leo? Any guesses? Any guesses? Who was her cousin Leo? Here comes her cousin Leo. Now when Leo the tiger saw her, he said, what's wrong with you, Scat? Why have you taken my color? This is supposed to be my color and I am supposed to be all are supposed to be scared of me. How can you be yourself, make yourself of this color? And he shouted at Scat and Scat got very terrified and she ran away from there and crying, crying, crying. She said, now I don't want to be yellow in color. Let me change the color. I am Scat the cat. I am sassy and fat and I can change my color just like that. And then she changed her color to a beautiful, beautiful red color. Yes, now she thought I'm the best because red looks so beautiful. And then she went to her friends. Now again her friends were playing and when she called out at them, they all came and they started laughing at her. Do you know why they started laughing at her? They said, my God, cat, red in color. Have you ever seen a cat red in color? And they all started making fun of her. That please go and search for some red cat and play with them. And cat became very, very, very sad. And she just quietly moved from there. And finally she decided that the red color also does not suit me. My friends are making fun of me. So the best thing is, let me change my color one more time. Let me use my magic. And again she said her magic words. Yes, the same magic words. And Scat the cat and saucy and fat. And I can change my color just like that. And guess what color she changed now? Any guesses? Any guesses what color she changed now? Yes, she came back. Very correct, Ria. She came back to her original black color. She finally decided that I am happy being a black cat only because the other colors don't suit me at all. And what do we learn from this story from Scat? We learn from Scat that we are original. Everyone is a unique creation of God. God has made us in a special way. Every one of you is special. Yes. So, the cat realized that everyone is special, everyone is unique, and I should be happy with what I am. And I should not try to change myself. Like how I am, God has made me, and I am the best. I should not try to keep on changing myself because I will not be accepted by others when I try to change myself. So, we all are special, we all are unique, and we all should try to be the best as we are. And finally, Scat became happy and she says a bye to all of you. Right. So, this was a beautiful story of Scat the cat. Now, listening to the story is so nice, right? This was a bye from Scat, not from me. I'm still there. Now, let us learn how to make your own story. Now, what is the story? Just now what I told you was a story. Now, every story is a series of events. Series of events which are told in a very interesting manner. Now, in this story, there was nothing but there was a cat who used to keep on changing colors. But yes, what was interesting was the adventure which the cat had to go through. She had to go through various adventure, and that is what made this cat special and our story also special. So let us learn how to frame a story. If you are given what are the elements of a story, what all things a story must have, and if you are given a small outline, outline means the key words of a story are given to you, then how will you frame your own story? Like for example, in this cat, if I give you a few keywords, that cat changing colors, becomes red, becomes blue, becomes white. So you all can make your own story. You can frame a story. Now, how is what I want to show you with the help of this presentation. So I want everyone to listen carefully, look into the screen, and no one is going to type anything or unmute themselves or ask anything when the presentation is going on. Okay, so everyone just pay attention. So we are going to learn how to write a story. Writing a story is a fun, but yes, we can learn how to write a story fun when we learn how to write it properly. So let us learn that step by step. How to write a story. The stories need a few things. They tell us what happened and give us an account of events in an interesting manner. As I told you, whatever has happened, we tell that. But if you tell it in an interesting manner, all will be interested to listen to it. Otherwise, if you say it in a boring way, no one will be interested. So, stories have to be very interesting. It has to be told in an interesting manner. Now, you can see a caterpillar on the screen just now. The stories are just like this caterpillar. So you must be thinking, why the stories are like caterpillar? Now, like this caterpillar, you can see it has got a face. The entire body of the caterpillar you can see is oval, 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 all mixed together. But just like this caterpillar has got a face, a body, and the end in the same way, the stories also have three parts. All the stories need a beginning, middle, and end. It is important to have all the parts in a story. Now you can see this caterpillar. Do you think it is complete? No, it is not. You can see only the middle part of the caterpillar. Now look at this particular caterpillar. Is this caterpillar complete? No, it is not. Only the front is there. Even this caterpillar is not complete. Same is with the stories. Even the stories need to have a beginning, a middle part, and an ending part. Now let us learn how to write a story with the help of a given outline. These are a few elements of a story. You all have to pay attention and listen very carefully to what the teacher says. And then I'm sure by the end of this session, you all will be able to write a story on your own. Now, what is an outline? The outline describes a sequence of events with characters in the form of points or short phrases. Now, when an outline is given, in an outline only the entire characters are mentioned, so that we know that yes, these are the characters in a story, and all the events that will happen in the story are given in a sequence. Like in this particular story, the cat story, the sequence was first it was black, then it turned to pink, then green, blue, then green, then yellow, then white, and finally black again. So this was the sequence of the colors that it changed and what all happened with it. So if I'm giving an outline, there is a sequence in that outline with the characters. Now, when I say the characters of the stories, now these characters can be people, they can be animals, and sometimes even non-living things who talk and behave like human beings. So any character can be there in the story. It can be the main character of my story. It can be a king. Once upon a time there was a king, or a queen, or once there was a boy, once there was a girl, or a cat, just now we had. Now, do the cats usually speak? No, but in a story, I can make the cat also speak. If I'm speaking about a magic stick, even the stick can speak. So the characters in the story may be anything, and they can behave like the living things. So second very important part is the character of the story. The characters flew away. Now, how to develop a story from an outline? Very important part. First thing is that you have to read the outline story carefully. This is something where we always make a haste, and that is why we make mistake. Yesterday we had no Vachan Divas, reading day. Vachan Divas is specially celebrated, focused so that we all learn to read, right? Reading is very important, which habit we all are just losing. Because if you want to read a story, you want to see a story, you will immediately go on YouTube and you will watch a story rather than reading that story in a book. So reading is very important. So when you see the outline, you will read that carefully and understand what the story is about. Next, you will develop the points that are given in the outline and complete the sentences. Then you will follow the outline of the story, the sequence in which the points are given. These parts from the series or the events of the story. So whatever sequence is there, it has to be that way only. We cannot say the middle part in the beginning part in the end. So it has to be in a sequence. Happens in the beginning, what happens in the middle, and how does my story end. So all the events have to be in a proper order or sequence. Do not omit any part of the outline. If you think that this part is a little difficult, let me remove that. So your story is going to be incomplete. So you should not omit or leave any part of the outline story. And do not include unrelated or unnecessary events that may change the story completely. Just to make my story lengthy, just to make it look that yes, I am very good in writing, do not add any unnecessary thing in the story. This will change the entire story and it will make it very boring. So do not include anything unnecessary in your story. As I said, it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Every story has beginning, middle, and an end line. Now, I'm going to show you an outline story right now, and we are going to build a story from it. Now, everyone will look at the outline very carefully and see what all things are mentioned in this outline. In a forest. So, this is supposed to be the scene of a forest. All animals lived happily. Lion in the forest killed all animals and ate them. A clever rabbit told the lion of another lion mightier than him. Lion became angry. Rabbit took him to a well, saw his own reflection, plunged in the well to attack him, drowned in water. All the animals are happy. Now, from this, we get an idea that yes, this is a story of a forest in which all the animals were there. Yes, the main characters here are the lion and the rabbit. And the lion used to trouble all the animals, he used to kill everyone in the forest. So they came to the rabbit, who was supposed to be a very smart animal in that forest, and how the rabbit fooled the lion, and the lion finally jumped in the well and he died. Okay, so we have got an idea of the story from the outline. Now let us build our story. Yes. Now these children you see on the screen are you people. Let us write a story. Yes. As the first line said, let us begin our story with once upon a time, there lived many animals in a forest and they all lived happily. You can see all the animals are very happy over here. Now, who was there in the forest? There lived a cruel lion in the forest. He was very cruel. What did this cruel lion do? Yes, he used to scare all the animals. So all the animals were scared of him. They were afraid of him. He used to say that I'm going to eat all of you one by one. He would hunt and kill the animals and eat them. He would run after them and kill them and eat them. All the animals felt their life was always in danger. They wanted to get rid of him. So they thought, what should we do? So the next part is the rabbit, the other main character comes. So all the animals went to Mr. Rabbit. So I can give the name to the character. So because he's very important, I will call him Mr. Rabbit. Or I can call him Mr. Hare. I can call him anything. You can give any name to that character. So all the animals went to Mr. Rabbit. He was the most clever of all animals. They asked him for help. Now when they asked him for help, the rabbit thought of an idea. He went to the lion. The rabbit, as he was smart, he thought of an idea and he went to the lion. And he told the lion that there was another lion in the forest who was mightier and stronger than him. He was eating all the animals, and one day no one will be afraid of him. So the lion god, now this is what he is doing. He's trying to make this lion angry. He's trying to make him feel that there is someone even stronger than him. He took him to a well and told this is where he stays. The lion looked inside and saw his own reflection in the water. So what did the rabbit do? He knew that the lion was very powerful or strong, but he was not very sensible. So he took him to the well and told him that please see inside. The other lion stays here only. And when this lion looked inside, what do you see inside the water? You will see your own reflection. That is what this lion saw. The lion jumped in the water to attack the other lion and he drowned inside the water and he drowned. Again, all the animals lived happily in the forest. Okay, so I had the beginning of the story, once upon a time, the middle part of the story where all the animals were scared of the lion and the rabbit came with an idea of how to get rid of the lion. Ending of the story that the ending is happy here. Mostly the stories are supposed to have a happy ending, right? So the lion was killed finally and all the animals again started living happily. Now, very important part of the story. Every story must have a proper title. Now, when we say the title has to be the main character of the story or it can be the main characteristic of the story. And you should remember that the title has to be very short, not a very big one. Like here, the title can be The Clever Rabbit. This was about the wise or the clever rabbit. So I can give this the title, The Clever Rabbit. And another very important part, you have to end the story with a moral. You know that all the stories, they teach us something. So we can give a moral to this story. Wisdom can win might. Because the rabbit was wise, he could always win over the mighty lion. Or you should be very smart so that you can outwit even the powerful. Right? So this is how you can frame your own story with the proper beginning, middle, end, and the title and a moral can be given to the story. So everyone, interesting, no? The presentation, you have learned now how to write a story? Yes? Very good. Now, we are going to frame a story on ourselves now. Okay? Now, I have got an outline and let us frame our own story and see in what way you can build up the story. Now, I have an outline story here. And when you see the outline, you can see what is the first thing we learned? We have to first read the outline carefully. A very important part, reading. As I said, yesterday we had celebrated this day especially because the importance of reading has to be cultivated in the children. You all children must learn to read. If you learn to read, you can read everything. You can read English, maths, geography, and science and everything when you go in the higher standards, right? Unless and until you know to read properly, you will not be able to write properly. So the first thing is you are going to read the outline carefully. Then we are going to build the story. We are going to find out which are the main characters of the story. We will build the story step by step. And then we are going to write down the title of the story and the moral of the story. Okay. Now the children, please stop typing and pay attention. Let us see the outline. There lived a boy. He got angry quite often. Father called him, gave him hammer and told him to hammer a nail in the fence when angry. The number of nails gradually reduced. Father asked to remove the nails. The holes were left in the fence. Do not hurt others in anger. So from this outline, I have understood that yes, this is the main characters are the father and the son. Now let us frame a story. Now, the main characters in this story are the father and the son. Now, you can see the picture here. Let us begin the story. Once there was a young boy. He had a very bad habit of getting angry on everyone. Now, what happened? We can see in the second picture. When he was getting very angry, one day his father called him. His father called him and he told him that please sit with me. And his father explained to him. So now we will write the second part of the story. So one day his father called him. He sat next to him and told him that every time you get angry, hammer a nail in the fence. So what did father tell him? That every time you get angry, you go to the fence which is there in the garden and you will hammer a nail in that. The son did the same thing. He went to the garden along with the hammer and the nails. And what did he do? Now, as the boy was very often angry, on the first day, he had to hammer around 30 nails in the wall. So, he got the nails and he hammered around 30 nails in the wall on the first day. Now, look at the next picture. Now, over the period of time, over the next few days, what happened? Over the next few days, the boy learned to control his anger. Now, the number of nails he hammered came down. So, now the number of nails were reduced. Now, he was not hammering the same number of nails. Finally, the boy realized. What did the boy realize? Finally, the boy realized that it was easier to control anger than to hammer the nails. He was not angry anymore. He ran and told this to his father that, see father, now I don't get angry like earlier. His father was very happy. As you can see here, when the father came to know that my son is not getting angry any longer, so his father was happy and asked him to remove all the nails from the fence. And the son did the same thing. He went immediately to the garden and he removed all the nails and he took his father over there. Then his father showed him. He told him that, see, even though you have removed all the nails, but still the holes are still left in the wall. So what happens? Even when we are angry, we tell something to the others. But we don't realize that even though we say sorry or we say anything, it is not going to, the people who are hurt by it are not going to be consoled by that. That is why you should never get angry and hurt others. Now, from the story, you have understood that the story is about anger. So, what title can I give it? What title can be given to the story? What title? Anyone? The title of the story is Controlling Anger. What is the title? Controlling Anger. And the moral of the story. Last comes the moral of the story. The moral of the story will be, anger is a bad thing. We must learn to control our temper. So what is the moral? Anger is a very bad thing and you must learn to control your anger. So this is how it is easy to write a story, right? If the outline is there, we know the sequence of the events, then we can very easily frame our own story. So this is what we have learned today about writing a story, about telling a story, right? Now the children today were very active, but yes, they did not listen and they did continuously kept typing in the chat box. Just control over that. Then you all are going to learn everything that the teacher says in a very nice manner. So I hope you all enjoyed today's lesson and you all have learned the story writing and you also listened and enjoyed the stories. So we are done for the day, children. Bye and see you next time. Have a nice day.